we can dive right into the ThreatX demonstration and maybe showcase some of these new capabilities live in the dashboard. What do you say, Tyler?
Let's do it.
Perfect. Let me swap these out.
Right. All right, so I've got a view of our bot console up. Hopefully everyone can see this okay. And we have a demo lab environment here illustrating what our bot console looks like. And basically, in this instance, we've configured a botnet to look for web scraping bots. A real life use case around this could be maybe you're an e-commerce retailer or you do online merchandising and bots are abusing your website to either scrape data, prices, maybe reserve inventory, which is a big problem right now for online retailers. And in this use case, we're detecting web scraping bots that are coming in to be able to identify where traffic is coming from and be able to block that traffic. Now, before we get into that, I want to just lay out some of the UI here that we have. When you drill into an instance of a botnet, you'll be able to see the name of the botnet, the aggregation metrics along the top of the console here. And based on the rules that we have defined, our platform will intelligently calculate a risk score in terms of what those bots are going after and the types of behaviors that we see in terms of the HTTP traffic coming in. In this example, we have generated a risk score of 100. It's a threat type of a botnet. It's a low intensity. Now, this is really interesting because we will look at traffic volumes as they come in over time, and intensity is meant to reflect what is the overall volume of traffic coming in. So it helps paint a story in the big picture view that these bots may be low and slow, continually pinging our website, looking to pull data and scrape data off the website. In addition, we kind of have the max level of the attack that we've seen over time as that botnet activity can evolve pretty quickly. If you think about that first slide we showed, there's that increasing trend of automation and complexity in attacks, and we'll be able to detect that over time to show, right now they may just be scraping, but at one point they may have been doing something very malicious or nefarious. Additionally, we're able to break down all the different attack classes that we've observed in terms of quantifying those attack vectors that we see from the botnet activity. So as you can see here, the hover over will expose a number of different attack classes that we've observed over time. The reason why we do this is because we want to paint the big picture of what's actually happening with this specific botnet such that we can go and make an informed tuning on the rules to help our security posture. Over here on the right, we'll show the total rule matches. For anyone not familiar with the ThreatX platform already, rule matches are basically a data point that we have in our system. Whenever a specific threat will come in and set off a rule, we will trigger that count in our system to help provide a quantifiable metric in terms of attacks and threats that are coming in that we can go and either block against or tune our security posturing. From there, we have what we call the botnet definition. And right now in this example, this is set up in a way where we're only looking for a specific user agent right now that uses a scrape by user agent. It's a Python library used to scrape websites. But we can see as we look down here in the member bots, one of the cool capabilities that we've exposed is the ability to see other different rules that may be triggered as well. And what this does is it allows us to see a bigger picture outside of just the specific rule being triggered here, and allows us to see other rules that are being alerted to when this traffic comes in, such that we can go down and observe more kind of threat vectors that are coming in, ultimately to help us make that informed decision to say, you know what, if this other rule is being set off, maybe we should include this in the botnet definition to help detect more traffic that may be nefarious or malicious, and ultimately make a call to be able to block that traffic or not. Within this table down here, we're able to see all the individual threats that we've detected within the context of this botnet. And the table will show the threat name. This is a friendly name that our system automatically assigns as a pirate name. So it's kind of fun, but it'll also assign the risk score, the overall intensity, the status, if someone's being watched or they've been blocked, like in this case right here, in addition to their geolocation along with IP address and country, the time when they were last seen, and then it also breaks down their different attack classes as well as match events. So it allows us, again, to tell that story over time of what is happening within the context of a botnet. And this table will show all the unique members of that bot. Now, in addition, we expose another tabbed view here called bot activity. And this tab is different inherently because member bots was a single list of unique attackers, whereas bot activity will be able to show the breakdown of the bot activity over time. So you may see the same attacker in this list. And why this is important is it helps us understand if there are specific attackers that keep coming back and over time what they're going after, targeting, trying to do. So another slice of the data view there that we expose here, ultimately to help paint that big picture view of what attackers are trying to do. I'll pause there. Are there any general questions around the bot console and the data that we expose within the bot details view?
This is great, Tyler. Being able to walk through all of the member bots and then being able to focus on, well, which of those bots are the ones that are most active, or which of those bots are the ones that are executing the most malicious or suspicious traffic. One question that just came in, how can I associate multiple rules within a botnet? Can I see if a member bot is capturing both rules or just one?
Yeah, great question. So in this example that we have in our lab environment, we are just looking for bots that trigger this one single rule today. We can also see that a lot of these bots are triggering multiple rules. So for example, this other user agent that is a known botnet is also being caught under this specific threat. And to demonstrate how easy and quick we can update that botnet definition, it simply requires hitting this button to edit the botnet. And then we're able to come down here and select other rules that we want to apply to the botnet definition. So we have a number of rules that are available out of the box and can easily be assigned. And we would simply select, I'm just going to pick this one as an example, and save. And what this would do is then any new traffic that comes in through our sensor that matches this secondary rule would also be aggregated here within the context of a botnet. Ultimately, what this allows us to do is catch more traffic that may be correlated with our initial hypothesis of this web scraping user agent is detecting bots. What other things are correlated to this type of traffic trend that we may also want to detect and pull into this aggregated view?
Perfect. Thank you so much, Tyler.